All right, so let's do the following. We're going to be once again reviewing our swim time. Now, this is going to be fun because the clock is really blurry, and I did see the playback in the pool, but let's do the exact thing. Okay, spoiler alert, it's probably going to be 23 again, but let's see how 23 it is. All right. So, all right. So let's see if we can go on the 60 here. The 60 or the red blur that we're going to see, by the way. Hopefully this is propped up. Now, it is propped up. We're going to be able to see the next lane where I go into very well. Okay. Look at that. I'm naked. All right. Maybe not. Oh, I love it. Look at this. It is so infuriating. I finally set the camera up correctly so we can see the dive. We can see the pool. We'll be able to see where I touch most likely. But it's just a vomit of red. It is so infuriating that, you know, it's still too light out, you know, and then it's also a shitty LED clock, just like everything else. You can see the shitty lights in the back over here as well. That's also LED. Or, right here. You can see that, right? So, anyways. But let's continue, shall we? So that's, okay. So to decipher this from blur and blob, that's a 57. 58. Okay, yeah, that's a 58 because by the power of deduction, if this was a 57, right, that's a 57. So when it blurs, it's a 58, okay. That's a 59. I start swinging, right? And the idea is that I'm going to do a relay dive. So I'm supposed to push off here. I still have to be sort of attached to the side of the pool here when it hits the 0-0 blob, which will be impossible to see, but we'll figure it out, all right? Now, what I do want to see is we're going to have to calculate, I think, because we're not going to be able to see 0-0 because my legs are in the way. Let's see on the cursor here, right here, where it hits the 9. Okay, so this is the first time. 24:05. 085 is when it hits it, all right? All right. Now, that's very good because we are now at 24,962. And, okay, that's good. And the reason that's good is we are now at 25,127. This is probably where it hits 0. Okay, this is where it hits 0. You can see it's a 9 because there is a little bit of not red right over here where the cursor is. And you can see it blur up even more, so it's a 0 here. You see, that's a 0. And that corresponds to 25,061. Now, this is 60 frames a second. So this is right here. We're going to count 25,061. 25,061 is where it starts at 0. So this is a correct dive if we're doing it by the relay rules. Because, again, there's no diving blocks. So I want to do a relay dive off the side of the pool to, you know, make up a little bit for that. But this is a good, we're going to call this a good dive. In fact, last time, yeah, and let's see here. So 25,061 is when we launched off. And when is my foot finally off? My foot is still here. My foot is finally off at 25,226. So this is good. This is good. We took maybe a tenth of a second, a tenth and a half of a second. Really, this is good. This is a good dive. You know, when I looked at the clock, I'm like, I hope it's not too early. This is, for what it's supposed to be, this is very good. Okay. Right. So, again, we don't have the whole pool. There's not going to be any photo bombing. There's not going to be any photo bombing of anybody here. There's some people at the other side of the pool, but now, since we started at 25, and again, spoiler alert, it's 23, we're going to hit around 48 something. That's what we're going to have to look for. So 48061 is going to be 23 exactly. It's going to be a little more, I think, but that's what we're going to be looking here for the cursor here. Is anything over 48 is going to be 23 something. And we're also going to see the clock up here too. And we can hear me coming back. 21, 22. Okay, so you can kind of see a splash over here. So I'm already coming here, and it's already at a 22, so we sort of missed that. But let's look at, let's just do it by this. Because you can find, I think you can kind of see me here. That might be, let's go back a frame. No, that's probably just some shining. Not yet. We're at 47.59.7. Okay, you can see the splashing coming in 47, 86.1, 894. Yeah, you can even see some splashing here. Okay, you can see a big wave. 48.026, 40.059. So this is basically 23 seconds. Now, okay, this is perfect because you can see the clock here. This is the last frame that we can see a 22, a very blurry 22, but it's a 22. And then it changes, 23. So this is where it hits 23. So we're definitely not 23 flat. Even with a decent dive, we are not 23 flat. All right, so the question is, this is probably 23 flat here. Yeah, 23 flat right here would be 48.059, very close to the 061. 48.059, 23 secs. Okay, so let's see this. So we're going to subtract off a 0.05 from wherever we think we touch. Now, it's not going to be exact, right? Because you can, I think this is my arm. This is definitely my head. This is my arm reaching out. Because I'm not taking another stroke here. You cannot see me take another stroke. Yeah, it is my left hand right here. I'm breathing out. I'm trying to look at the clock. This is my hand right here. This is my arm right here. Yeah, you can definitely see it. Yeah, you can see that's the lane rope. That's the other lane rope. That's the lane rope here. That's my arm. You can see it. This is my arm right here. So you can see me touch right over probably that one. This one or that one. Yeah, let's say this one. So if we say it's 356, that's basically 3/10. It is a 23.3. Okay? That's basically it. I'm going to say that was a good dive. We didn't dive too early. We were off. We could have been maybe a 1/10 of a second faster on that one, but that was a good relay dive, if that's how we're counting this, because it's from the side of the pool. There's no blocks. 23.3. That's pretty good. Because again, there's no competition. We're off the side of the pool. I did it after 10 minutes in the hot sauna. I did it after dinner. I was just like, I even did some yesterday in the indoor pool, and it was like 24 something. And that's another thing is with this camera, it's a lot better to do it with the camera because I take it more seriously, you know. So 23.3 is good. I like it. I mean, I'm fairly certain that probably breaks my record from 20-something years ago. So I'm pretty fucking impressed, again, as usual. But let's listen to my commentary over here at the end. Well, all right. So I don't know where the camera is exactly, but it's not the selfie camera. The selfie's not on. Yeah. Because I put it to 60 frames, ultra high def, and hopefully we can see where I hit. But I saw... Yeah, ultra high def, by the way, 60 frames a second, and it's the shitty blur that you have to decipher frame by frame like the Zapruder film. It's ridiculous. 23. Now, I don't know when I left. It might have been early. No. Well, last time when I thought I was just on... We'll talk about that later. We did. No, this is good. It is. This is good. I was in the sauna for 10 minutes. I was. But whenever I have the camera on, it feels more serious. It is, yeah. And as a result, I do my best times then. I do. Now imagine if this was an actual meet.
Oh, that's right.
I had competition.
Oh, yeah.
Again, you could take a second off. Then I put a power shed on me. That's another second.
Yeah.
Again, I'd be breaking the world record.
That sounds about right.
Obviously. So this is, I guess, 23 something maybe. We can do another 7-hour video analyzing this.
That's what we're doing now.
And that's going to be fun.
It is.
Hold on, let's do it this way. And yes, we did record this. Oh, that is going to be so blurry. Anyways, we'll figure this out.
We did figure this out. So yeah, it was very blurry. And, you know, the difference between doing a nice 23.3, because we are calling it a 23.3, the difference between a 23.3 and the 24 I did yesterday in the indoor pool, it's a world of difference. Like, I feel really nice and winded in a good way from this. I felt really, really winded. So that's good. It's good. So I'm going to have to do more of these camera things, because I think there's a lot more value in doing, you know, one super good sprint all out and you feel great from it than, you know, even doing 2 or 3 kind of ones. So I don't know. I don't want to put too much pressure on me, but I think, you know, next time, as long as it's the right conditions. Now, to be fair, I didn't have a huge dinner either, so that probably helped a little bit. But if I go maybe in the early afternoon, I don't have that much to eat. I don't go in the sauna first. I think there's a possibility, a definite possibility, that I could actually on camera do a 22 something, you know? Now, another advantage is I finally have a new suit. So I have a red speed. I think we saw some of it here. I don't know, because the angle was, yeah, you could see it right here. So this is the first time, this is probably the second time I wore this new Speedo. These ones, especially in the indoor pool, they don't last as long. They become like diapers or parachutes. So they slow you down. Now, these are 30s. These are getting small for me. You know, I have lost a little bit of weight, just enough to where it's like one size bigger. And just yesterday, I ordered a 28. So I don't know how long this will last, but I'll probably wear a 28 once to see how tight that is. And those loosen anyways, but that might be my racing suit for now. On days where I want to do a good race and make sure I don't have a diaper parachute on, I might wear those. That might do a fraction or two of a second as well. They have these tech suits now where, you know what, let's look that up real quick. Can we do that? We'll add this here, you know, let's do that. Let's go to tech suits. Let me bring this up. Yeah, let me, I know no one's seeing this right now. Tech suit men. All right, let me make sure everybody sees this. OBS. Let me window capture, create new. Okay, edge. We need to see edge. Here we go. Okay. All right, let's do it this way. Yeah, let's put me on top back here. Let's put this here. So, yeah, this is, of course, 10,000 pop-ups go away. So you have these tech suits that, I mean, these are jammers, but on top of the fact that they're not like the Speedos, the briefs like what I'm wearing right now, they go a little bit above your waist and they go above your knee. That's the official cutoff. You can't make it bigger than that. There used to be suits people wore around 2009-ish where it covered people, the original tech suits, they went up to your neck and down to your ankles. You can't do that anymore. This is the most you can do now. I've never worn any of these ever in my life. People say it cuts maybe 2% off their time, which is another, on the 50 would be another half a second. You know, but it's like, I don't, you know, I'm not, these are super expensive. I mean, they're like $400. So I'm not that interested in it yet, but a tighter suit period that's not like a parachute or a diaper is an advantage. These might be even better, right? But the point is, yeah, I'm gonna maybe when this new suit shows up, it's the same as this one, but it's a smaller size. It's a 28 instead of a 30.
That might be an advantage. Although, again, this one was basically brand new, so you could feel it not be too much of a drag, so that's good. But anyways, that's it, 23.3. That's our new record, I want to say. So that's basically, yeah, that's basically what it is. We did pretty well, and yeah, that's basically it. I don't have much else to add to this except, right, this was, hold on. Let me look at my dive. You know, how was the dive? No, it's good. It's okay. No, it's okay. I mean, it's a pretty decent dive. It's pretty splashy. So, anyways, I'm satisfied with it. It felt really good. And it's always great to see that 23. And it was an early 23. 23.3. You could see it. Yeah. So that's really nice. That's really nice. It's great we got it on camera. It's a bit blurry, but we figured it out. So there we go. And yeah, 23.3. Very good.